Is it an orange? Is it a cake? Or have I gone mad? No. It's Jaffa the orange plane, and what that is all about we find out in today's video. And with that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at an Airbus A320-200 of Jetstar. Now, the aircraft model is made by Sky 500. That means we have a lovely cutout at the front so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside. Underneath that we have the Jetstar branding. Then on the back side we have the typical Sky 500 box design, nothing spectacular. We have the Sky 500 branding. There's really not that much to say about it other than it is of course still way better than what Herpa gives us today. So now let's look inside and at the aircraft model itself. And here she is, the Airbus A320-200 in the 10-year anniversary livery of Jetstar. So, what did I mean with this weird intro? Is it an orange? Is it a cake? Well, I mean, yes, I have gone a little bit mad perhaps, but it is simply because this aircraft is in Australia lovingly known as Jaffa. Jaffa refers to an orange or the Jaffa cakes. That's of course because the aircraft is orange. Now, originally this was, as I said, the 10-year anniversary livery, but it wasn't intended to be flying around to this day, but because the aircraft and the livery became so popular, well, the aircraft is still flying around in this special livery. So that's all about the livery. Now let's have a look at the aircraft model itself, starting off with the tail section, where beyond the vertical stabilizer have the Jetstar branding. On the horizontal stabilizer we have some lovely detailing here printed on as well, and then on the fuselage of the aircraft we find the full registration code of the aircraft and the aircraft type specification. Towards the very tail of the aircraft we then have some detailing around the APU exhaust. Now, if we move to the front of the aircraft, we can see across the fuselage we have the writing of hashtag Jetstar Generation. On the other side of the fuselage we then have the writing "Low Fares Forever." But that's of course not the only detailing we can find across the fuselage, because we do also have some lovely static ports, which is a great addition to this model. Another static port we can find around the cockpit section itself, where we then of course also have the cockpit windows with the window wipers printed on. If we then move on to the engine nacelles, we can see they have been kept in this grey metallic, which makes, well, the silver leading edge a bit difficult to see. I guess it's technically there, let's just assume it. But what they might lack in printed detailing, we do have in physical detailing, which I think is overall really lovely, especially of course here from the front, where we very nicely can see the engine fan blades. Then on the fuselage, just above the wings, we have the emergency exits printed on, which leads us straight to the wings, which we should also take a closer look at, starting off with the top side. Now here we have the different flap slats and spoilers carved out quite nicely. We do have the markings for the emergency exits printed on, as well as the line indicating as to where to walk on the wing. That is really lovely indeed. And also the underside is pretty nice, where we have some great physical detailing and we find the full registration code of the aircraft once again. Then of course this A320 comes with the classic wingtip fences of Airbus, which also have some a little bit of orange paint on the outer side, looking quite good in my opinion. Even better then is the landing gear that Sky 500 uses on the A320. I mean, look, we have wheel caps, actually physically detailed wheel caps, amazing, and the wheels are rolling. And while I'm personally never a huge fan of that feature, it's mainly because I'm afraid that it will break, but this landing gear is as sturdy as can be. But before I get too carried away, I am missing some printed details around the front landing gear. But what I perhaps didn't get at the front landing gear, I do get on the belly of the aircraft, a printed detail, the Jetstar branding. And look how lovely it looks when it hasn't been destroyed by a hole in the fuselage. Herpa, please look at this and change. And then last but not least, we do also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here at the back of the aircraft and here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Airbus A320 in the special 10-year anniversary livery of Jetstar from Sky 500 in Scale 500. And what can we say about this aircraft model? Well, I mean, it is a genuinely nice little aircraft model from Sky 500, and I wish they would still be around so they could make many more like this. Now, it's not the perfect model. There are some places where it could be improved, like, for example, I'm not happy about the grey metallic paint used on the engines. That's quite grainy, and I don't think it should be. And for example, when we look at the mold itself, I mean, overall the shape is great, but the way the wings have been mounted into the fuselage, I think there the mold from Herpa Wings is actually better. But when it comes to the print quality itself, other than maybe the engines, I think it is a really lovely aircraft model. The wings are really lovely, and I mean, it's a great special livery. And I think to conclude this, the fact that when I look at this aircraft model, I am happy about it and actually wish there would be more, says quite a lot about the quality of the model. So on that positive note, it is time to end today's episode. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like, and if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching, hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.